Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Let's see some of the numbers here for LeBron James.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Now Golden State's starting five. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Draymond Green is out there with Butler. And it's Moody in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, outside the wings are Reeves and James. Hachimura out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point.
Hey, you got it like that aggressiveness of Butler. I mean, slicing inside and finishing with the dunk. Come on now. That's well done.
Hits the three-point bomb. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
And here is Butler after Rui Hachimura gets his shot to go from deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. About a minute played so far here in the first. 5 on the clock. Podziemski, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
From deep, James. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Ball stolen to the paint, and it's denied. Hachimura kicks to Doncic. Pass to Reeves. Here's the floater. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Green. Here's Podziemski. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Reeves with it. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Reeves.
Vintage LeBron there, owning the lane. I mean, who's going to stop that?
And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
Here's Hayes following the basket by Stephen Curry. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Cans the shot from the wing.
Great off-ball action from Doncic.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Well, as usual, a lot of offense in the NBA is being generated from the small forward position this season. Here are the league's best at that position. LeBron James, number 1.
You know, call him whatever you want. The bottom line is he just finds a way to score. And when he gets going, he can tear the rest of the NBA to shreds.
Well, there's no question. He is the priority for any defense they're up against. He's impossible to shut down entirely, so you just want to slow him down from his spot on the wing.
Doncic finds Hayes.
So good at seeing the floor. Doncic able to set up his open teammates.
The Warriors leading. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. He talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, he'll be ready. Guys?
Thank you, David. Count that one. Hayes has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, he may have a scorer's mindset, but Reeves makes plays for others, too.
Now Podziemski. He's got 9. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Hayes. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers, trailing by 2, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going, and you could see frustrations emerge.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
Now Hachimura after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Hayes, no good. Here's Podziemski. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Pass to Moody. Shot clock at 6. Podziemski finds Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. A shot by Podziemski, no good. Lakers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. James, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Pass to Curry. Podziemski with it. He's got 9. Back to Curry. Launches a 3, and the 3 ball is good. Curry's got 5.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Doncic kicks to Hachimura. Over Butler, and that one's good. Hachimura.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Lakers with some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hachimura. And it's Connect in for Austin Reeves. Now here's Hield. His last outing, he had 8 points. James against Kuminga. Hield outside. Shoots over Connect. Almost, but it rolls out. The Lakers trail. Down low. And Connect slams it in.
Boy, still such an outstanding distributor. James takes great joy in finding his teammates in their spots.
And it's Hield off the drive. And that one drops.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Pass to Hayes. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. He has 6.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Spencer, guarded by Doncic. And here is Hield. Butler in the corner to the inside. Post. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. It's a victory here for the home team. Last time these guys met.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Yeah, a significant differential when free throws made. I mean, give them credit. They capitalized on those opportunities.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Austin Reeves comes in for LeBron. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Luka Doncic. As a junior college college product. Dalton Knecht, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Butler with the steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. That one falls. Butler's got 6.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Three-pointer, Hield. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Now Knecht. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Knecht out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Gabe Vincent. And it's Reeves in at the shooting guard. That's the Laker 5.
Shooting from a rock-solid base, that gives Austin just the added range he was looking for.
Here's Kuminga. After Los Angeles picked up 3 with their lunch.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Hachimura is checked in for Vanderbilt.
Hield so good at finding ways to get it in the hoop, regardless of who's defending.
And talking about Buddy Hield, he is someone you can definitely count on. He can score from any place.
Yeah, he's got great range, and his durability is just as impressive as his stroke. You know, most seasons, Buddy Hield plays in 80 or more games, and that is very much a rarity these days. And he's also a 40% career shooter from 3. So he can space the floor, and you know he's going to be on the floor whenever it's game time.
Here's Curry. Rui Hachimura picking up that last basket. Hield outside. Inside, second shot opportunity, and the layup good by Curry. And that's now 7 points for Stephen Curry.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A.
There's the quick hands from Hield. Saw the defender closing in, then pulled the trigger.
Here's Reeves. Pass to Vincent. Driving the lane, and he jams it with authority.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
From the baseline, here's Post, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
James checked in for Los Angeles. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Curry's shot is good.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Over to the wing. Here's Hachimura. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Podziemski's shot is good. And now a 7-point Warrior lead for Los Angeles. They've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Reeves the pass to James. Los Angeles with another miss. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 15-6 run. Hield dishes to Curry. Back to Hield. Podziemski finds Hield. Knocks down the 3 ball. Hield's got 8 points here in this quarter.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
And here's LeBron outside. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Kuminga the pass to Green. Outside Curry. And Kuminga throws it down.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the 2-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
Vincent with it. Curry meets him. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Doncic is checked in for Austin Reeves. Golden State also making some changes. Butler, he's checked in for Kuminga. Moody subbed in for Hield. Right side Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
And the Lakers making a change here. Goodwin's checked in. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Buddy Hield.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now here's Goodwin. Hasn't made one yet. And here's Doncic from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Green with a screen on Hachimura. Here's Butler. Hard earned by Butler.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
James looking around. Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
That is big time by Hachimura. No mercy at all.
Now here's Butler. He picked up 27 points in their last win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points.
Pass to Hachimura. All alone. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Hachimura's got 11 points.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And it's Butler missing. Lakers trail by 10. Poked away. It's stolen by Curry. Makes it off the glass. 13 points in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Taken away. And here's the break. Here's Podziemski. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
Hey, it's clear and obvious why they're winning. Fantastic shooting from deep.
The kick out to LeBron. And a wide open look for Hachimura. A three-pointer is right on target. Hachimura's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's Butler going inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on LeBron James.
You know, sometimes the athleticism of Butler just too much for the defense. Sometimes you have to simply resort to giving up the foul on that drive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Hayes comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Austin Reeves in for Goodwin. And Golden State also making a change. Hields checked in. On the wing, Reeves. Covered by Hield. Reeves can't hit.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Green kicks to Butler. Green with a screen for Butler. Butler hits it with traffic.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Hachimura. And so it's the Golden State Warriors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hey, everybody.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Golden State Warriors. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Warriors leading by 12. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Moody, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And one thing about Draymond, he almost invites contact.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Love the way Doncic reads the defense, feels it out, sees the lane, doesn't hesitate to take advantage.
And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Now Butler, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Curry. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night.
Seems to me like Butler is just always in rhythm and under control.
Oh, James flushes in the alley-oop.
And man, LeBron's taking things into his own hands with that alley-oop. Really impressive.
Here's Podziemski. He's defended by Reed. Pass to Curry. Moody with it, and stolen by LeBron. Over Green. LeBron finishing the fast break.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. To the middle. The kick outside to Butler. Good on the shot. 16 points for Jimmy Butler.
It's so impressive how Butler seems to just will things to happen offensively. He gets forceful with the defense and finds a way to get shots.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A. 13 feet away. Here's Hachimura. And then Hachimura with the jam.
We are seeing some big-time play from Rui on offense. He's really getting into taking it to the defense.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. It's Curry outside. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Reeves finds Doncic. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, Luka's arsenal does cover the mid-range now. That inside the arc jumper is easy for him.
West to Curry, takes a 3. And again. And it's the Warriors missing. And here's the Lakers. Big stretch here going 10-2. Reeves gets the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Podziemski. He's defended by Reeves. It's Curry outside. Again, Curry missing.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit. When you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. He drilled 1 from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Here's Reeves, defended by Moody. Reeves can't hit. Moody with it. He has yet to score. And here is Curry. Outside Butler. 5 to shoot. Green with a screen for Butler. Rebound the Lakers.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, wasn't able to cash in.
Back to Hachimura. And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Lakers. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors on D. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
That little teardrop, you've got to have that in your bag if you're Austin Reeves.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. Hield against LeBron. Pass to Curry. Lets it go with a 3. Curry buries the 3-shot.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Reeves outside. Now Hayes. Finney-Smith with it. 3-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Finney-Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Podziemski, the bounce pass. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. 3-pointer, Butler. Reeves with the rebound. Lakers trail by 5. Kicks it out to LeBron. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Podziemski's got 20 points.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Doncic outside. Puts up a 3. The triple. Doncic.
he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And they double up Butler. Here's Podziemski. Guarded by Doncic. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Here's Podziemski. He's got 20. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Vanderbilt's checked in for Hayes. And it's Connect in for LeBron. Healed with it. Defended by Reeves. And Connect comes to help. Here's Butler. Drills the baseline jumper. Butler's got 7 points for the quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kuminga. It's rebounded by Doncic. Lakers trail by 9. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Pass to Connect. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Outside Butler. He got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Butler on the way. Some nice passing by Golden State. Chalk up 2 there. Post has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skill.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Vincent is out there with Connect, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 5 roaming the paint. That's the Laker 5. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is on Hield.
The definition of a stretch 4, Finney-Smith is a really valuable offensive player.
Finney-Smith hits them both. Warriors leading by 9. Hield outside. Pass to Curry. A 3. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Kuminga, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
To the paint, here's Finney-Smith.
Hey, I know he makes a lot of threes, but he is not just a shooter. Finney-Smith will throw it down on you if you're not careful.
Here's Curry. Lays it up off the glass. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Gabe Vincent. And the Warriors also making a change. Podziemski, he's checked in for Kuminga. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Free throw good, Podziemski. Some changes for the Lakers. Goodwin's checked in for Connect. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Shake Milton.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Finney-Smith. Here's Vincent. From outside, off the mark. Warriors leading by 14. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
No one near James as he lets it go. Cans it from downtown. LeBron's got 9 points here in the second half. Now Podziemski. Pass to Curry. Here's Post. Curry looking it over. Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
You know, Steph Curry is not always looking for his next shot. He's got a selflessness about him that's inspiring.
Hachimura, the pass to James. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for the Lakers. Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Austin Reeves comes in for LeBron. And Doncic is subbed in for Gabe Vincent. And it's Hachimura penetrating. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, hard to discourage Hachimura out of his rhythm right there. I mean, he is powerfully put together.
The free throw on from Hachimura. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV, so there have been a lot over the years.
And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. The Lakers making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Butler comes in for Trace Jackson-Davis. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Hachimura, he's checked in for Los Angeles. LeBron comes in for Goodwin. The Warriors also with a sub. Moody's checked in for Hield. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
We'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
This is the best place for Butler to shoot it from. He's excellent at that in-between shot.
LeBron outside. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors leading by 14. Podziemski with it. Pass to Curry. Shoots from the high post. Back to Podziemski. And here is Moody. James defending. Jumps up. Last break. Doncic.
And it was ignited by the steal by LeBron. I mean, he's got his head up right away, and the ball is out of his hands quickly.
The Warriors have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Pass to Curry. Back to Podziemski. Curry with it. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron's got his 4th rebound in this one. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to his spots, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
Pass to Curry. Here's Podziemski. Back to Curry. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Here's LeBron. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter. Now Podziemski. Pass to Curry. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. The rebound by James. James has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that one's good. Hachimura.
Hachimura really thrives in that mid-range area.
Warriors leading by 9. Podziemski with it. Curry wide open. Buries it from 3-point range. Curry's got 32 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
And the first one drops.
Now over 2 decades playing in the league, LeBron James continues to play at an amazing level. Remarkable.
Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Warriors.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And guys, it feels like a mini miracle that they're finally going to take one in this 4-game season series, winning the final contest to finish out the year. Still, a subpar 1-3 against the Lakers.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Moody's shot is off. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his 2nd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Here's Podziemski. He's defended by Reeves. Curry outside. The Lakers with the rebound.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Both shots good from the stripe. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
And the Lakers call time here. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
The three for Doncic. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
No better guy to take the big shot. Luka completely unfazed.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority. I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
There's 14 seconds left in the game. Hachimura, no good. And they go to the intentional foul.
LeBron James. That's his second personal foul.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. And now we've got the intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Kevin, at this point. Even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
And he does get the second one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So we see the Warriors get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Draymond, one of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
Oh, yeah, it does. You know, when we're in the flow, the ball's just moving around. It allows me to play make, and you know, then I just try to find an open gap and take the shots where they are.
Man, it was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And now, our player of the game, Stephen Curry.